Welcome to yet another video. In this short video, I'm going to talk about one ASX stock, which I think I would call it a stock of the week, which is ready to blast. And again, I'm sharing this with full confidence, and also I'm going to give you complete details till the end, and I'll share my view of what I am doing for the stock at the end. But this stock I have discussed previously in my channel 1 year back, and it's from an important sector from minerals, but it has a lot of tailwind going forward, and government also is supporting it. And on the chart pattern, we also see some significant levels which is about to break as part of the breakout strategy. So you need to look at it, understand it both fundamentally and technically, and then make your own decision. I have clearly shared my disclaimer at the start of the video. This I'm sharing for education purposes only. Please don't treat this as an investment advice. I'm sharing what knowledge I am gaining as part of my investment journey, and my with only objective that you become a better investor, trader, and also create wealth through stock market. That's my only objective as part of Peaceful Weekend Investing. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get fed by YouTube algorithm with the latest videos which I keep coming up for Australia market and other markets in US and India as well. So let's go straight into it. So on 26 Jan 2021, I came up with this video, which is almost more than a 1 year, 2 months, which is a rare earth NdPr mine to magnet play, critical future element that you can't ignore. And I talked about specifically two stocks, LYC, Linus Rare Earth, and ARU. And this particular two stocks, which I will talk about it, what has returns has been, and also give you clear perspective. But as part of today's video, I want to talk about one ASX stocks which is ready to be launched. Okay, and in that thing, I would, if you have not watched my video, do watch it. It's quite a long video. I put a lot of effort here. Hopefully, you get a complete perspective. But I'm going to cover some basic in my video today as well, so you get the perspective. So after you finish my video today, you can go to my YouTube channel, and you can watch this video, which will give you a complete perspective, and you get a clear picture of what we're trying to achieve here and connect the dot. Okay, so I just want to give you a perspective of what exactly happened to Linus Earth, right? And I'm a clear disclaimer, I have that in my portfolio, and it has been a multi-bagger stock for me. As you can see here, this stock has given almost 200% return, so it's a doubler, right? And the stock, if you can see, if you see here, this is a time when I posted on my Telegram channel and my Twitter handle. So if you're not following me, you can follow me there, so you get a latest and greatest update. But this is the time when I kind of put my comment saying that it's ready to fly, and is it something we want to track it. And since then, the stock has been obviously going in waves, and now it is kind of consolidating for last couple of days. This is a daily chart, so I'm showing you the daily chart, so you please have that perspective. But nevertheless, this was the stop loss at that point, and as I say, market in short run is a voting machine, and long run is a weighing machine. So I always want to play as part of the weighing machine, not as a voting machine, and I will let the voting be done by those impatient investors who are basically buying and selling and buying and selling. And I always look at it from perspective for long term. And ever since I purchased that, and I kept on adding it every level, every breakout level, I kept on adding it, and as part of pyramid strategy, and now I have a decent holding, which I'm kind of sitting with a decent profit. And I'll tell you the reason, and you have to build the conviction why you have to hold it, right? It's not about anybody can do that, but then building the conviction, you have to do your own reading, and you can join people like me who do long hours of understanding the business behind the company, connect the dots from the geopolitical angle as well, and then come up with an approach. So this is the view which happened, and I will talk through a company today which is ARU. Now, ARU was also, as I said, I discussed this ARU stock in my video here as well. But the trade, I exited it earlier because it didn't go as per the plan. So I exited, and when we start with the investment process, we start with a small portion of it, and then as the investment goes in your direction of the trade which you are interested in, whether you're buying or shorting. Generally, I'm a long only investor and cash only, so I don't play options at all, and I'm only interested in few trades in a month or a year, and I only believe in outcomes of returns and profitability, not the number of trades, right? So ARU exited, but now that stock is coming in picture again, and there are some key triggers which has been has come into, and tailwind which has come to industry as well, so which was always there, but obviously ARU was one small cap, so keep that in mind. Again, I have taken this information from annual report of ARU, which is listed in ASX. So let's try and understand what is rare earth. Now, a rare earth, it looks like this. Now, these are, it's not rare in nature. Again, I'm not going to replicate what I've already shared earlier in my previous video, but for those who don't understand this, I'll give you a brief about it. Rare earth is basically, these are different types of rare earth which gets extracted from this um, mineral sources, which is a kind of a mix with mud. So to purify this, so they have to mine it, and once they mine it, they have to beneficiation process, extraction process, and then the separation process, and then you get some kind of minerals which is like NdPr, okay, and then there is another one which is very important, is Nd and Pr, these two, right? So these two are the most important one, which specifically being purified by a company, this company we're talking about, and they are basically in Lonel area in Australia, and they do this process. And earlier with the China was China still has larger share of purification, and now given that geopolitical tension and also the dependency for China plus one, there's the whole push from the government is to have their own strategic minerals in the control of the government, and they should be able to produce themselves, and that's why government is also pushing this. This comes as a part of the strategic minerals because it is used for military, mobile, defense, and lot more areas today, and that is, and magnets as well, which is used in electric vehicle. So this becomes a strategic mineral. Now this company has this process. Now let's move on. And where all this NdPr is exported today by this company, as you can see here, this company is sending to USA as part of the Quad. Also, this was one of the area which was discussed. Let me just move myself here so that you get a picture. Yeah, and and then Europe, and also get exported to China, India, South Korea, Japan. Now, as you know, there's a Quad formation happen, which is USA, India, Japan, and there's one more country, right? So in that, I'm forgetting the name, but that Quad is basically, they have discussed one of the element is NdPr, which is being discussed as one of the rare earth which they need to focus on to have the control of that. So that's why it becomes even more important. And that's it. And I've taken these details, I've given the source as well, so you can also look at it. Now, what is the opportunity the company is looking at it, which is very important to understand, because once you know the opportunity, then you will know what is going on. So overall, there is a huge demand for NDPR, and their supply will, you know, will not be enough to meet the demands. And there's demands, as I said, this is the demands are coming from, various electric vehicle, conventional vehicle, consumer electronics, wind turbines, and some other mobilities, and air cons and speakers. That's kind of thing. But electric vehicle takes a 40% of it, which, as you all know, we just started off with that process. And emerging supply gap, significant companies not aligned with China in 2025 strategy. So with that in perspective, companies like these the ARU or Linus will have a long runway because there will always will be huge demand. Plus, the government also supporting this industry because of strategic material. And demand is automotives forecast consume nearly 50% of this mineral, and there is a supply gap which will be around 8% growth. And then they assume that these many electric vehicles will be in the market. And ARU at the moment is kind of going to contribute to this gap at the moment. As you can see, one which is in blue, right? And they are small. And Linus is another one which I mentioned to you. They are the big players, and ARU is a small player in this one. But still, given that there's a tailwind in the industry, you will get benefited across, right? So one has to keep an eye on it. And for us, we as such, the idea is to only look at fundamentals and also look at the technicals before you buy. Now, recently they came up with an announcement. That's why you saw the pop last week. Is that the government is actually having an initiative whereby they want to promote this through the modern manufacturing initiative. It's a fund which government wants for some strategic areas where they want to promote industries. And recently ARE came up with, which is 16th of March, and they came up with this notification on stock exchange. They have been granted amount to be 30 million under this government modern manufacturing initiative. So this is good thing. So at least they're getting this focus. And as you know, when government is putting an effort, that means that they do have a clear understanding of what this means, and they have decided to support this industry so that they can be more competitive across. Now, what is the modern manufacturing strategy of Australian government, right? If you want to look at from that perspective, then you'll get a better understanding. Its initiative is key elements of Australian government and modern manufacturing strategy, which aims to help Australian manufacture scale up and compete with internationally create jobs. But then most important thing is they are not doing for every industry as such. Their focus is only on the resource technology, critical minerals, which is what ARU is all about, and processing, food beverages, and medical products. So that's their focus area, and that's where we're getting this funding as well. Now, I will, before I progress further, I just wanted to help our channel to grow, and also it'll be good if you can, leave a like button if you are able to, get value from this video. Subscribe to our channel, and also, leave a comment so that you can share your understanding with others as well. And if you have any questions, drop a note, and I will personally look into that and try and help you. So, I just want to quickly, what I will do is I will take you through the charts of these stocks, and also give you some perspective so that you get a clear picture. So you're getting it. You must be looking at the chart right now. This is my trading view, and if you haven't have an account, I will leave the link below so that you can open. It has a free version and the paid version, and free version is good enough, but this is one of the best for technical analysis and also to understand. And as you know, I do a lot of price action, so it's important for me to look at it. Now, if you look at it, this is a monthly chart for ARU. Now, last time when I made this, I want to let me remove this. So this was the time, and you can see here This was a time when around Jan 8, which is 26th of Jan, I made that video because I did a lot of research. But Jan 8th, I created this video and I told there was a decent buying going, and I gave my explanation. I was profitable. I had 20 to enjoy there, and I and enjoyed the ride. And then I said no stopping. At the moment, I exited that trade. And after that, what happened was that this stock went into sideways. Okay, and then it went up. So it from the point one, now it's sitting at almost doubled. So this is where it went and went through all this sideways. If you look at the monthly view, you get a very clear perspective that what exactly happened. And the stock has been giving a decent result from when it gave this, and then it was oops, this is always happens to me. And then it basically is from point one, it is now almost more than double from that price. But it had given a lot of patience if you had to have it, because stock went up all the way to 0.29 and then went down. And so it consolidated for so long, and then it went up almost like the same price as 0.25, and then went down almost to the buying price of and came up and again went up, and now it's coming back. The important point here which I want to do is, after all that, right, after all this months, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, almost 1.5 years, 1 year 3 months into precise, stock has now almost coming back to the levels of it, right, which is 0.25. And I think now it's kind of ready. And again, I can be wrong. It's just all about probability here. So there was a good accumulation happen here below. As you can see, there's a big green candles, and there's again, for every leg up, there was a big volume up for green, and then every down, there was you can see on the monthly chart, there was an accumulation going on. Now, if it closes above this level and stays, I think it is up for a good rally. And also, as you can see, the government also is supporting this industry. And with this one, I think I'm doing a monthly analysis, and then if you go to weekly analysis also, you can see the trend will be changing there. So my strategy, if you ask me, is in this particular stock is I want to see it closed with the good volume above this level. For this, I want to see how it closes above this level this month, and then keep track of it. And if it closes above, then I at least want to take a position and ride it. And because the levels are coming, which is good, and I think there are no resistance as such, because as you can see here, people have been stuck here for a long time, but this long consolidation is a multi-year breakout. Okay, so one has to understand that the stock has been in the sideways from 2013. So this really is important, right? I can see here the levels which we are trying to get now is almost of the levels of 2012. From 2012 to 2022, this 10 years, it's a multi-year breakout. And once it gives that breakout on monthly basis, you know that all the weak hands are out and the strong players are in. And that's why you need to understand the psychology of the investors, because they test your patience. And I told you at the beginning, one has to look at it from the long-term picture and have the patience for you to make money from the stock market or create wealth. And stocks like this can become doubler at no time because they have been consolidating. The volumes are pretty healthy. Industry is being supporting. There's a demand, and government is also supporting. So with all this, that's my analysis, which I want to share with you at this point, and I will keep track of it, and I'll keep sharing my details on my channel. And also, I have, if you want to get updates regularly on my, I have a Telegram channel which you can join. So, and I'm sharing this here, so you can, subscribe my channel. I'll be coming up, or also same time, you can also, if you want to and get updated, you can join my Telegram channel. Just search for Peaceful Weekend Investing. I'll leave the link below in the comment box, and you can join that as well. So I can give you a quick update as and when I find it useful, because for videos I have to create one, publish it, and it takes time. But Telegram is like where whenever I get some insights, I share that to my subscribe, and it's completely free. And I just do this so that I can make you a better investor. So with that, I would let you enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for being watching this video till the end. I really appreciate your time. I hope I was able to add value, because that's most important, because you have a valuable time and me too, and I want to make sure every video I'm bringing in, I'm trying to add value in your investing journey. Till the next video, I want to say goodbye to you. Happy investing. Take care. Bye bye.